All right, welcome everybody to the bi-monthly or is it bi-weekly Regen Network community update on this 17th of August 2022. The year is flying by and it's just it's kind of insane. So, let's get moving. We've got a few things to talk about. Some of it will be repeats, some of it will be new information. So today we'll give an update on the Hambach Testnet and Redwood, as promised last time. We'll highlight some of the Regen Ledger governance discussions that are happening. Really important stuff that pertains to the marketplace launch, which is, I mean, again, the time is flying so fast. We're already halfway through August, so sometime in the next just few weeks, so sometime next month, fingers crossed. Which will lead us, of course, into the timelines, as I'm already giving some foreshadowing on. I'll talk about some of the forum updates that we're going to be doing. Siri will be doing a guides preview for us. So I've mentioned the guides a few times already, and Siri has kind of taken over that task for us, and she's doing a fantastic job. So she's going to screen share a little bit and give you an update on that. Of course, we'll have our market and liquidity report plus some events and all that good stuff. So yeah, so as of, was it yesterday, Hambach Testnet is now live. Most of you know that Hambach was down for quite some time during the Regen 3.0 release, but we have, as of yesterday, spun it back up. It's the experimental testnet, so of course it's Regen Ledger 4.0 running with the experimental flag as true. You can go to our docs at docs.regen.network and find all of the relevant information for that one. I'm also doing a bit of a organization, little overhaul of the testnet repo that we have on GitHub that I don't think anybody's probably looked at in a really long time since before Genesis, but it also needed updating. So anybody interested in either helping out there or just wants to see what's going on, maybe download the Hambach Testnet Genesis, whatever you want to do. You'll have all that information there. Same thing with Redwood. So Redwood Testnet has actually been live. I think it was just a day or so before. I can't remember now, either before or after mainnet. We got that live. Thank you to those who have participated in that. So the Redwood testnet, just to kind of remind everybody, is a working copy of mainnet. So it's basically the same thing as what's running on mainnet. If you want to play with eco credits, develop apps or any kind of thing like that, then this is really the best place to do that. Again, you can find all of the relevant information such as faucets, etc., on the docs.regen.network. And that's I already mentioned this, best place to play with eco credits. That's kind of what I came up with there. But all right, so there's a bunch of stuff surrounding governance discussions. Um, these are kind of these ones that I've got in front of us here now. Um, are just kind of the things that are on my mind because they're most relevant to the actual marketplace launch themselves. So obviously there needs to be some kind of currency in order to use the marketplace. So since Prop 13 passed, there we adopted a a currency allow-list criteria. Go ahead and check that out if you're interested in submitting a proposal. Of course, we have our proposal guidelines that you want to follow. One of which is, of course, starting a governance discussion. So you'll have the criteria there on MintScan in the proposal, and then you can go ahead and maybe spark something up on Discord, and I'll talk about that here in a second. So E-Euro to Regen Ledger. So the e-money team seems to be excited to get e-Euro on there. So please go to the forum and chime in on that. They've made a really nice post. There's also their website here on the slide. It's e-money.com if you're not if you're not familiar with who they are. So USDC to Regen Ledger via Gravity Bridge. This is an ongoing discussion that was mentioned last week. So it's been a couple of weeks. It seems, we try to give the quote unquote soft proposal on Commonwealth about 2 weeks or so for discussion, depending on how much engagement there is. So this may be your last opportunity. I haven't spoken with I believe it was Loa or somebody from Loa um, that wrote up this proposal. So I haven't spoken with them. I don't know where they're at, but they may be really close to actually putting a proposal on chain. So please go and chime in there if you, or just read up on what they're wanting to do. And kind of like I mentioned before, so with the governance process, right? You kind of want to get a little discussion going on Discord, and then you move to the Commonwealth Forum. So I've created an allow list working group channel on Discord. Scroll down, it's about halfway down the channels list there. You'll be able to see some of the discussions that are happening inside of there. So if you know anybody who's interested in joining that discussion, I've just kind of tagged um, folks that I know that are like, active in the community and maybe running relayers and that kind of a thing. I've tagged them, but that doesn't mean that I'm excluding anyone. Just please jump in there, join the discussion, form a team. Maybe you guys can come up with another currency for the allow list. Timelines. We've already talked about this before, but I just wanted to reiterate. So, of course, the on-chain marketplace is happening very soon. MVP user interfaces and projects pages will be completed, along with city forest credits on chain late August, which is just coming right up. So hopefully I can next week or next time around, I'd be like, hey, all this stuff happened. City forest credits will be listed on the marketplace, and we'll do a marketing launch surrounding that late August to early September. Um, the one thing that people are really, really excited about besides the marketplace are NCTs that we've talked about for quite some time in conjunction with the Toucan team. So as far as I know, the bridges are either pretty much done, but we're just kind of waiting on UIs and some movement on that end. I'm currently not on the engineering team, so unfortunately I don't have any better alpha than that. Liquidity provision coordination coming mid to late September, and then the initial osmosis pool launch early September. And it does look like some of this stuff is going to go through governance, so you'll get to participate as a stakeholder. Yeah, so the forum, I don't know if it's I don't know. I've always kind of felt comfortable with the way the forum is, but when I look at other people's forums, they just look a little slicker than ours. So I'm like, okay, I really need to like improve the way that this forum works. So um, I'm actually in talks with the Commonwealth team right now. We're gonna add categories to the sidebar. Gonna just organize it a little bit better to make it easier to use. I'm just waiting. There was a bug that I noticed when I was trying to add categories that were previously created to the sidebar. So as soon as I hear back from Commonwealth, which should be any day, I'll be able to fix this up, and maybe Sari can do that, or we'll just work together on that. And again, I'm talking to them. I already submitted a bug report and all that stuff, so it should happen very soon. Oh, cool. Guides preview. So, all right. Sari, did you wanna give us a short demo on the guides themselves?
Yeah, for sure. Let's do this. Do you mind if I take
Yes.
over on the screen? hmm Yeah.
Okay, cool. Um, Give me 1 second. I'm gonna stop sharing. It
Oh, right.
might kick me off. So if it does, I will be right back.
Sounds good.
And it
Hey.
happened to so yeah, it did kick me off. So cool. Yeah, it looks like you're already sharing your screen. So yeah, why don't you go ahead and just kind of walk us through it here briefly.
Yeah, for sure. So these are the new guides. This is what I've been working on since I came on to Regen about a month ago. Um, this probably isn't going to be geared towards the kind of audience that is listening in on these community calls, but it is more for just entering new people into the Regen community. It kind of covers the basics of the Cosmos ecosystem and just like some foundational vocabulary for talking about blockchain. And then it moves into the Regen Network, where you can read up on just a little bit about what is Regen Network and what does that all encompass. As well as the ledger. And then we've got a section about token community, since validators and delegators are such a huge part of what runs, the Regen network. They get their own little sections. Um, then let's see, we've got some more intense how-to guides, some step-by-step directions for creating a wallet and sending Regen, as well as staking and collecting staking rewards. Some wallet security. Also got network governance, so how to participate in network governance on Commonwealth, how to sign up for Commonwealth, how to create a discussion. We talk a little bit about the community spend pool and how to request community pool funds. Yeah, and then the
Cool.
final section is the registry app, which is coming soon.
Awesome. Yeah, this looks great. Um,
Thank you.
it looks different on yours. I use dark mode, and I'm like, I've never seen this
Oh,
before.
that's funny.
Yeah, no, this is great. This is awesome. Thank you so much for your hard work on this. Yeah, so I mean, I think it's really great. It kind of puts everything in one place for people, and again, it's geared towards folks who aren't necessarily blockchain native, which is a lot of our community. So this is should hopefully help them maybe understand again like some of the terms and the way that it operates, what Regen Ledger is and Regen Network is, and it really, I mean, it's this is a great guide for like anybody who's new. So
Yeah,
even if it's not folks even for Regen Ledger, if they're it's whoever needs to kind of learn about blockchain a little bit, they can
yeah,
come here. So that's really cool.
for
Yeah, if you
sure.
want to go ahead and stop sharing, I will continue to share. Let me pull up my slideshow again. Everything kicked out. So, all right, and I will share. I have all sorts of technical issues. Okay, share screen. Here we go. Window. There's the slideshow. I'll start over again. So let me guides preview. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're getting near the end here. So Regenerati News Hour happens every week on Thursday. I don't think Gregory's going to be there unless he's calling in from Greenland. So yes, that's where he is right now. I'm super jealous. I would love to go to Greenland. So I hope he's having a great time. I asked him to take lots of pictures. So maybe next time around he'll share some of those with you if I remember to remind him. Here's our liquidity report, market cap, liquidity on osmosis. Some of the same stuff as before, but they're coming up really fast. So we've got all sorts of in-person events that mostly Gregory is going to be. Looks like Gregory's going to be at some of these. Cosmoverse, I'll be there along with some other people on the Regen team, some engineers, some back of the house, all sorts of stuff. That's going to be really exciting, especially because it kind of coincides with our marketplace launch and all of that. So I'm really excited to go down there. And here's some of the past events, and of course, this slideshow is available to the public. So if you're interested in checking that out, you can either ask me if you don't know where to find it. But yeah, so thanks again. There doesn't seem to be really any questions today, so looks like we're maybe about 10 minutes shy. Did you have anything to add, Sari? that you can think off the top of your head?
Nope, not at this time.
No, not really. Okay, cool. No, that's fine. I really don't have anything else to add currently, except, get out there. Um, if you're a developer, get onto the Redwood Testnet. It's super active. Our interfaces team is using that, so get out there, check it out, and yeah, we'll sign off. And thanks everybody for showing up. So talk very, very soon on the Discords.
Thank you, Dan.